Steve Hackett.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Enrico
you.
Mattino di Padova.
Hello.
Is this your first time in Padova? Playing in Padova?
Well, I don't think I've played here recently. I may have played a while back, but you know, I have such a bad memory.
You played
Yes.
with Genesis
Yes.
in April 1972
It might be that one.
in Adria.
Adria, yes,
is
I remember that.
nearby.
Yes, that was our first show, I think, ever
I think,
in Italy.
yes, the first show in Italy. And the
Yeah.
people of this country love your
Yes.
music, Genesis career, your solo
Yes.
music. So
Yeah.
they are very warm.
Yes. It's been extraordinary so far today, bumping into friends everywhere. People seem to recognise me in places I wouldn't think I would, get recognised, in the streets, in museums, in churches, all sorts of things. We were looking around today at the Giotto.
Yeah. Cappella Scrovegni, Giotto.
Yes. So it's been a very interesting day so far. Very, very interesting. A lot of things happening for people today. A very, very good day. My brother's album is in the shops for the first time in England, and I'm very pleased for him. Yes,
Okay.
for my brother. Yeah,
Okay.
my brother John.
Very good.
Yeah.
You put the picture of San Mark Square
Yes.
Venice, on the cover of your Genesis Revised Part 2
That's
album.
right. Yes.
Why? Do you like Venice in particular?
The people who did that, there's a couple who've been photographers with us doing some of the recent album covers, and their name is Maurizio and Angela Vincidomini. That's their name, and I think it was Maurizio who had the idea of doing San Mark Square with a tidal wave. And he did the same thing with Tower Bridge in London, underwater. So there was a water theme to all of that, a connection. As if with the passing of time, this might be a reality one day. There was no special significance to that, other than the fact that it seemed like a striking image. And one of the Genesis tunes is called Apocalypse in 9/8. It's part of Supper's Ready. So in a way it was an apocalyptic vision of some parts of the world. But I didn't mean to cause any offence for people from Venice. I don't want anyone to take it too literally. It's a little bit like artificial intelligence, seeing certain things in a different way. Statue of Liberty doing one thing and another thing, underwater, and all of these things, part of a kind of filmic, cinematic tradition of taking existing images and changing them.
Interesting. In this tour, you mix these pieces, the songs of your solo career,
Yes.
and the songs of Genesis.
Yes.
Time.
Yes.
Which songs do you prefer to play live in this moment of the first ones and the second ones, so your solo songs and Genesis songs?
Well, to be honest, I'm covering so much time, with this. It's from Voyage of the Acolyte, my first solo album, 40 years ago, to Wolflight, which is the most recent album, but also adding in all of the Genesis stuff. So sometimes I have certain songs that are my favourite, but I've been performing those in recent times, and I didn't want to repeat what I'd done before, so we like to vary.
Change.
Yes, and it's difficult for me to say this is a favourite song or that's a favourite song. They're all favourite songs of mine, or I wouldn't do them. I love them all in different ways.
This is a good moment, I think, for guitarists, rock guitarists.
Yes.
You are on tour.
Yes.
David Gilmour, Pink Floyd,
Yes.
is still on tour.
Yes.
He was in Verona.
Yes. Yes.
And Keith Richards, for example,
Yes.
has an album
Yes.
released
Yes.
recently.
Yeah.
Why do you think people in this time like the sounds of guitar in rock?
Well, the sound of the guitar has never really gone away ever since it was made into an exciting thing by the surf music that was around in the 1960s. I became interested in the way the guitar sounded, probably from the end of the late 1950s. I thought Shadows were in 1959, and that to me was very exciting. There are two sides of the guitar. There's all this exciting stuff, but then there's also the classical guitar and the wonderful work of Andres Segovia. So for me, I spend as much time listening to that as I did, and I do, to rock stuff. So for me, it's all part of the great world of music. There are many different facets to it, and I love being involved with these extremes, these different types of music that are all from what the guitar can do. It's many different types of voices.
What is the Wolflight? The title of your last album?
Well, my wife Jo wrote an article for a magazine some years ago, about 10 years ago, and I think it was called Into the Wolflight, and it was talking about the time of day. It's just before the dawn breaks, just as the light starts to change. It's the time when wolves like to hunt, and the earliest reference to the title Wolflight, or the word, is from Homer, from the Odyssey, Odysseus waking up in the wolflight. So it's something that has a kind of a hunting connection and a military connection, but also I think it's also a very creative time for those who like to be awake at that time. It's a very powerful time, and I often use that time myself.
Is it the picture on the cover real?
Yes.
You with the wolves?
It's real, and it's there's a couple outside who live 1 hour outside Roma, and we again with Maurizio and Angela Vincidomini, they discovered the couple who raise wolves there, and they suggested we took photographs there.
Were you not scared?
Well, the funny thing is, first of all, there were about 10 or 11 wolves in an enclosure, and I thought, well, either they're going to accept me or not, and I have to be professional, and I'm also curious. So my curiosity was stronger than my fear, and I also got to feed them, which was beautiful. I had a wonderful day with them. Both my wife Jo and I, we spent time with the wolves, and it was a wonderful time. And the wolves brought their children, their wolf cubs, the little ones. It was lovely, from the word go. This combination of everyone concentrating on the little ones, and the little ones seemed to they climbed all over me and climbing under my legs and sucking my hands and things, and it was lovely, they were very affectionate. All the wolves were very, very affectionate. So I got to play with them, to photograph with them, to feed them, and make friends. They were very, very beautiful, very intelligent, aristocratic animals. Gorgeous looking, very strong, very powerful. At one point I had them on a lead, 4 of them on a lead, and they were very, very well behaved. It's extraordinary that I thought, one of them is going to want to go off, doesn't want to sit there, but they did absolutely as they were told. You just hang on to them.
You have also a song in this album
yes.
about the vampires.
A song about vampires as well, yes. It's called Love Song to a Vampire.
Yeah.
It's about the symbolismo, the idea of vampire not as someone that drains the blood literally, but as a metaphor for abusive relationships of people who drain others, controlling people who drain others. It's a love song with a twist.
Now the question that many people do is about Genesis.
Yes.
Because you have a lot of Genesis fans.
Yes.
Still in this country.
Yes.
Are you still in touch with the guys?
Yes. I am still in touch with them, and I love them all dearly, you know, and I'm very proud of the work we did together. And maybe one day there might be a chance to work together, but nothing guaranteed. The fact is that I do the music live, so they know that I am committed to that early world of Genesis. It's too precious to abandon. I think they're beautiful songs that were extremely creative, very well developed, in a time when we were discovering how to make music when we were very young. So many of those songs don't really have choruses, but they have a journeying musical continuum, odyssey feel about them, which is, I think, why people are drawn to them time and time again. You know, a mixture of Greco-Roman roots and storytelling. So they are like little sort of films for the ear, or even, you know, an aspect of choral and something operatic, maybe operettas, you know, little 7-minute things, sometimes 20 minutes long, like Supper's Ready, which when we wrote it, we never realized it would become such a big, have such a big future. When you write a song, it seems like a little small thing first, and then it's the public that open themselves up to it that makes a song, you know, bigger than itself. Its significance is how it touches people, and of course the audience are the true owners, and there is still a huge audience for that early Genesis work. So it goes on and on. It has a life of its own through generations of people.
You are now the keeper, I think, of this patrimony.
Yeah, I seem to be the keeper of the flame, but what I want to do is to present it in a slightly different way. Yeah. So we do it with surround sound. We use speakers at the rear, and sometimes we spread them out. Depends on the venue. But it means that I can present, you know, my own solo work, and also open the doors to the Genesis Museum halfway through. And after I do Shadow of the Hierophant, there is this thing. I say, oh, you know, the museum doors are now open, and then we present Genesis Surrounded. But of course, you know, in the early part of the show, we have the wolves which start in the rear, and yeah, we kind of mix it up. So it's all a big musical adventure for me. It's still, I still have a lot of fun. It's what drives me, and I'm still crazy about music. You know, it's a lovely way to meet people, meet everyone. It's a great thing.
Yes. So thank you.
Ciao, this is Steve Hackett saying hi to the readers of Latina de Padova.
She's lonely, she's got time. Rush back over, and she's in love to New York.